The Victorian Period, 1837 to 1901. The Victorian period was a time of great social, cultural, and literary change, coinciding with the reign of Queen Victoria. It was marked by the rapid industrialization of England, significant scientific advancements, and profound social reforms. Literature from this era reflected both the optimism of progress and the anxieties about the challenges it brought, making it one of the richest and most diverse periods in English literary history. Historical context. The Victorian period saw the rise of the British Empire as a global power, with Queen Victoria symbolizing stability and moral responsibility. This era was shaped by the Industrial Revolution, which brought technological progress, but also social inequality and urbanization. Victorian society grappled with issues such as class disparity, gender roles, and the morality of imperialism. Key historical events, like the Reform Acts, which expanded suffrage, and debates over Darwin's theory of evolution, On the Origin of Species, 1859, influenced the themes and concerns of Victorian literature. The period also witnessed the establishment of a widespread reading public due to improved education and the accessibility of books and periodicals. Key characteristics of Victorian literature. 1. Realism. Literature aimed to represent life as it was, focusing on the complexities of human behavior and societal issues. 2. Focus on social issues. Writers explored class disparity, poverty, gender inequality, and the consequences of industrialization. 3. Morality and values. Victorian works often reflected the moral ideals of the age, including duty, responsibility, and self-improvement. 4. Interest in science and religion. Literature grappled with the tension between scientific discoveries and religious beliefs, particularly following the publication of Darwin's evolutionary theories. 5. The novel as a dominant form. The Victorian novel became the primary medium for storytelling, often serialized in periodicals to reach a wide audience. 6. Experimentation with genre. Writers explored Gothic, romantic, and satirical elements, often blending genres within their works. Subperiods. 1. Early Victorian, 1837 to 1850. The initial phase of the period focused on the social changes brought by industrialization and reform. Themes of hardship, morality, and resilience were prevalent. Second Mid-Victorian, 1850 to 1870. Known as the high point of the period, this era saw the flourishing of novels and poetry reflecting confidence in progress and human achievement. 3. Late Victorian, 1870 to 1901. The final phase grew darker and more introspective, with themes of decadence, skepticism, and existential questions coming to the fore. 1. Early Victorian, 1837 to 1850. The early Victorian period was marked by social and economic upheaval due to the rapid industrialization of England. Literature during this phase often addressed the struggles of the working class and the widening gap between the wealthy and the poor. Literary features. Realistic depictions of urban life and social hardships. Focus on moral lessons and the triumph of virtue. Use of serial publication, making literature accessible to a broad audience. Notable works and writers. Charles Dickens's Oliver Twist, 1837 to 1839, exposing the harsh realities of poverty and child labor. Elizabeth Gaskell's Mary Barton, 1848, depicting the struggles of the working class. Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre, 1847, exploring themes of love, independence, and morality. Second Mid-Victorian, 1850 to 1870. The mid-Victorian era was a time of relative stability and optimism, with literature reflecting confidence in progress and human potential. Writers engaged with themes of social reform, religious faith, and human resilience. Literary features: exploration of moral dilemmas and complex characters, tensions between religious faith and scientific discovery, expansion of the novel as a form of social commentary. Notable works and writers: George Eliot's Middlemarch, 1871 to 1872, a novel of immense psychological and social depth. Alfred, Lord Tennyson's In Memoriam, 1850, a poetic exploration of grief and faith. Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, 1865, blending whimsy with subtle commentary on Victorian society. 3. Late Victorian, 1870 to 1901. The late Victorian era was marked by a growing sense of skepticism and disillusionment, as writers began to question the values and ideals of the period. Themes of decadence, imperial critique, and existential uncertainty became more prominent. Literary features: exploration of moral ambiguity and psychological depth. Gothic and decadent elements became popular, reflecting darker themes. Critique of imperialism and its consequences. Notable works and writers: Thomas Hardy's Tests of the D'Urbervilles, 1891, a tragic exploration of societal injustice. Oscar Wilde's The Picture of Dorian Gray, 1890, blending Gothic and decadent themes. Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book, 1894, reflecting on imperialism and human-animal relationships. Significance of the Victorian Period. The Victorian period transformed English literature, elevating the novel as the dominant literary form and producing works that continue to resonate with modern audiences. It was a time of incredible diversity, with writers addressing the complexities of human experience in a rapidly changing world. Victorian literature serves as a mirror to its society, exploring themes of morality, class, gender, and progress, while grappling with the tensions between tradition and modernity. Its enduring legacy lies in its ability to capture the triumphs and challenges of an age defined by transformation. Thank you